I'm back. So I just wanted to take a little break in order to reset, and I've decided to continue giving readings. So I'm doing one question readings. Hi, Ethereal Muse Tarot. Welcome. I'm taking one question readings. I'm going to be prioritizing people who donate, but and if you donate via PayPal, make sure to let me know. I'm just getting all this out there in the beginning. And also happy Ostara or spring equinox. That's tomorrow. So we're kind of channeling that energy today. And yeah, I will take people's readings as they come. So as soon as I'm done with the reading, I will see whatever question I am drawn to, and I will answer that question, hopefully. I don't do questions about health or about anything legal, or anything that I am not qualified to talk about, because that's like, a legal problem waiting to happen. Yay. Okay. Okay, what is my husband Jabbar's next actions towards me, Anila? Okay. Let's see. Ooh. Whoa, this popped out. I'm getting that this person is really into you. I mean, obviously husband, but this person really has very strong feelings. Like, I'm seeing them really thinking about you constantly. For some reason, they're afraid to talk to you, though. They're afraid to get in touch with you, to talk to you. I feel like it's almost like they know how sucked in they get, and it's so hard when they get there that they don't want to talk. I'm seeing them afraid to talk to you. Interesting. The diviner is also telling me, like, this is the time where things are about to come together for you. I feel like timing has been off. Divine timing has not been in your favor, but now it's coming forward. Yeah. The thing is, I feel like his actions and his feelings are not in alignment at all. And the thing is, like, it makes sense, obviously, that he's afraid to contact you. But at the same time, it feels so intoxicating. Now, that could be kind of toxic as well, right? Being intoxicated, is kind of toxic, but it also means that there is something there. There's something strong there, and you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? Because I feel like this is the time when it's all coming together. Welcome, Sag girl, or Michelle. Welcome, Michelle. Okay. I feel like I'm seeing him wanting to, like, pounce, wanting him to go after you. I feel like this is the time where I see him taking action towards you. He's afraid to talk to you. I definitely feel like there's a lot of fear coming from him, but I see him wanting to take action towards you, wanting to, try to go on the attack. I see him, like, going on the attack, I don't feel like he's very realistic for some reason. I feel like you're the one who's more realistic here. It's almost like he's kind of created these, like, fantasies for himself. I see him being the one to like make a move, but I see it being more like out of his own like delusions. Does that make sense? Like fantasies. I see him fighting for you. I see him actually trying to win you. It feels like he wants to win you for some reason. Almost like you're a prize, like he needs to have you. Yeah. Well, I definitely feel like he's like designed this, like he has these fantasies, these delusions, and it's just it feels very all over the place. I see him trying to get you, trying to pursue you, trying to, approach you, but I feel like he's afraid to. So he's going to try to conquer his fears, is what I'm seeing. Well, like I literally have a card that says, I'm afraid to contact you. I feel like there's more here than that, but this is the overall, like where he's at. I feel like at this point, I see him wanting to fight for you as opposed to against you. So you can expect action, like real action towards you, not just, the I'm saying this, I'm saying this. I see actions being taken. I feel like for you, this is fate isn't really in your favor right now. It feels like timing has always, it feels like cycles have to happen in order for things to work out. I know that's a little convoluted, but I just see him wanting to pounce, like wanting him to take what's his. But I see him being, like I said, being afraid to contact you. I feel like he's very attracted to you, but he just like he doesn't like want to get in touch with you or make sense. Hmm. All right, let's see what the cards say that you should do here. I feel like you need to fight as well. There's a sense of like you can't let him just like take over or do his thing. It feels like you need to fight. You need to rebel, you know? I almost feel like this is kind of like a battle that's meant to happen in your love life. I feel like it's a confrontation, a battle that is supposed to happen. Yeah. So I see that clash. Does that make sense? I want to make sure I'm getting to you. Okay. Well, I don't know if you're still here, but um that's the energy I'm getting. I feel like you can't just take this. Like you have to actually fight for, you know, your relationship here. I feel like he's also needs to get his shit together, clearly. Um, but I'm seeing this need to like win, this need to, you know, win the relationship. This is the time where things come together for you. Okay. Sag girl, are you still there? Okay. Okay. I don't know where Ethereal Muse Tarot went, but we shall continue on. Okay. Let's see. Can I expect something from my friend? He is a Leo. Okay, wait a sec. Sorry, I'm just trying to understand your question. So, has M ever sent me an email or communication? Um, what do you mean by that? Because you would know if that were the case. You would know that he has sent you an email, right? Like maybe it's a Okay, I'm going to start with your first question because I understand it better. Can I expect something from my friend? So you're wondering if you can expect a communication from your friend who's a Leo? Is that right? Or is that what you're looking for? Sorry, it's very the way it's phrased, it's hard for me to know for sure. I want to make sure I'm getting the right question. Ethereal Muse, you can. Yeah, you're welcome to donate via the super chat or via PayPal. Just let me know if you have. I'm gonna read Sag Girl first because I just started with her, but I can read you afterwards for sure. Okay. Okay. No, that's okay. I just want to make sure because, like, I don't want to give you any kind of like. I always try to get very clear on the question before I answer it, so I'm not wasting anyone's time. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna do. Can I expect some communication or something from my friend M? He's a Leo. Okay. I'm absolutely okay with it. I just didn't know where you went. I'm fine with it though. I would love to. Yeah, it's okay. 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 I feel like this person is not as so what I see here is I don't see him leaving a text message or an email, but I do see him sending you a letter. I see a letter, like mail. I feel like there's a more of an old-fashioned energy coming through. So I feel like there is a letter here, but I see this being more of like more formal, not a text message. Oracle. I feel like the problem is that he is so focused. He's so old fashioned for some reason. I'm seeing him being kind of like more traditional or very like in order with his life. I feel like there's a maturity level. So it's almost like sending lots of communication doesn't even like occur to him, if that makes sense. I feel like that's a very, when technology evolved, that became more of a thing, right? I feel like for some reason he's kind of stuck in this past. But I do feel like he is reaching out to you. I actually feel like there's a temporary cloud over your relationship, but I actually see it being something really beautiful. So that's something to think about. I feel like, let's see if I can find more. I feel like he wants to be with you. He's like, I'm seeing like, we will be together again. That's the energy I'm getting. I feel like he wants to be with you. He wants to reach out to you. He wants to see you. I feel like he kind of knows that he's going to. Like he's already come to that conclusion. So that's the energy I'm getting. Well, that's a whole other story. I mean, that's a whole other question. So, but yeah, I do see that. Okay. Ethereal Muse Tarot. I don't know if you're here, but I will read you in a second. I'm gonna finish with Sag Girl. Yeah, I love this. It says, we will be together again. I feel like this person already kind of knows that it's meant to be, like there's something there and they want to be with you. They want to be in your life again. So even if they're not as communicative or they're more like stubborn right now, it feels like they've already concluded that this will happen. I do feel like they might be focused a little bit too much on, like, there might be some, you have to be careful not to get ahead of yourself is what I'm trying to say. I feel like you can be a little bit of a hopeless romantic and you want more, and I feel like you need to, like, I feel like you have these fantasies, and I think you also need to be a little more grounded. But with the sun reversed, any issues that you're having in a situation, it's always temporary. Clouds will go away and everything will work out. So it's very positive. Whatever like issues you're having right now, whatever worries you're having, they will dissipate. They will go away. So I think that's a very good sign for your relationship or your friendship, whatever you want to call it. It just feels like they're coming. This connection is important, Awesome. Hi, Zach. I'm going to read Ethereal Muse Tarot first because she donated. I'm prioritizing donations. So if you want to donate, you can, and I will bump you up. If not, you will have to wait till after that, and I will try to get to whoever is there. Okay. I hope so too. I mean, it's your letter. You should be able to get it. So I hope so as well. Okay, Ethereal Muse Tarot, are you here? I don't know if you are here. I hate when other people mess with my mail. It sucks. It's not fun. So I'm rooting for you. I really hope that you are able to get it as well. Yeah. I don't know if you're here, Ethereal Muse Tarot. I would love to read you, but if not, I'm going to just wait for a second longer. And if not, I will read you after the next person. Welcome back, Barbara. I know I already read you today, so I'm probably not going to put you at the top of the list unless no one else comes forward in the meantime. Okay, well, when she's here, I will read her afterwards, I guess. Let me see if I can find if she wrote her question. No. Okay. Okay, Zach, are you still here? Hi, Maria. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. If you guys just want to ask the questions, I can whichever one I see, I will go for as long as it's something that I feel intuitively that I can answer. Okay, Zach. So yours may I ask for guidance, direction from spirit for my daily struggles of guilt, doubt, mental fitness. Okay. Sure. Sure. Let's see what comes through. The shepherd. Okay. Here's the thing. I feel when this card comes up, it shows that you're like feeling maybe smothered. You might be feeling like you're being mothered, I would say. Like, in a relationship when someone kind of treats you more like a child than a partner. That's the energy that I'm getting here. It feels like maybe family or people in your life are maybe smothering you or making you feel a certain way and you feel like maybe you can't breathe. That's the energy that comes through here. So what this is saying is it's also saying like back off. Don't smother people. Don't feel like you have to, dig your claws in or control people. Because what often happens is when we are going through life, like a lot of the time, we're trying to control things because we feel like we don't have control. So we try to control people or relationships or our health, our body, our, diet, our appearance. We do everything we can to find a way to like control. But it's too much, basically, is the vibe I'm getting here. It feels like it's a lot. It just feels like a lot. Let me see. So whenever I get this card in a reading, I usually immediately think, okay, how is this person over controlling? How are they trying to like do so much? And how are they trying to control? In what ways are they digging their claws in? In what ways are they, trying to push or pressure? I feel like this is also about family. I'm getting a lot of family energy here with the wolf. This feels like you really need to find the family that is for you. I feel like your family right now, you may not be as it almost feels like you need to create the family that matters to you. You need to find your pack. You're the wolf, you need to find the wolf pack. And it feels like you need to protect other people. You need to be there for other people. So sometimes you might feel like you have to be, you know, the the one who takes charge, the one who's like in control. So that's the energy that I'm getting. It's just needing to like relinquish control. You don't need to like, you might think that you're helping, but it might be too much, is what I'm getting. So I don't know if that resonates with you, but that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing fire as well. Now, fire, that spark, this can represent like creative energy, but also I'm seeing passion. I'm seeing a lot of passion coming through for you, needing to pursue your passions, needing to, find what works for you, needing to like feel more deeply, chasing that high. And I feel like for you, you feel so deeply about things and you want what's best for the people you care about. So that's the energy. Yeah. I hope that makes sense. I feel like you have to be okay with speaking up, you know? After losing mom, I feel so alone. Yeah. But the thing is, sometimes when we feel like things aren't like, when we lose someone or things are so out of our control, we feel the need to like compensate somewhere. And I think what the cards are really telling me is like, you have to be careful where you're putting your energy because you're trying so hard to keep it together. You're trying so hard. You want to control this. You want to have like some kind of power over your life, but family is what you make it, you know? And the energy coming through is that you no longer, it's like you're kind of forced to create your own path, your own family. Yeah, exactly. Your family, your current family is not here for you. You're going to have to create that family. You're going to have to create that wolf pack. And I feel like for you this is all about really like figuring out what you can have control over in your life and how you can be there for people without like forcing it, if that makes sense. I also feel I'm getting a lot of like musical energy. I don't know if you sing, but there's something about the voice for you that I feel like you need to express. There's a lot of expression that has to come out. I feel like you need to be able to talk and really not be afraid to say what you want to say. And that's something coming through as well. But I feel like I see you meeting people that really do feel like family, you know, that you feel like you can count on and rely on. And you clearly can't do that right now with the family you have. So that's a focus. That's something you can do on your journey. You're not alone. It feels that way, but everyone's processing in their own way, you know? It feels like you have so much to contribute and so much to say. And I think that you need to channel that energy. So that's what I'm seeing. Hi, Ari. Hi, Cindy. Is I know that Ethereal Muse Tarot gave some, she donated. Are you back yet? Or not? Yeah, good luck, Zach. I mean, it's always tough losing someone. Hmm. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep reading. I guess if Ethereal Ruse Tarot, Ethereal Muse, sorry, not Ruse, Muse Tarot. If you're here, let me know. If not, I will just come back to you, I guess. Okay. Ari, hello, hello, hello. Should I work at Wendy's a little bit longer or go work at Applebee's instead? I can try. So, I feel like Applebee's is going to make you happier. So, I guess it comes down to that. Like, I feel like you'll have more fun at Applebee's. It'll be a better work environment for you. I feel like the one with the Wendy's, I feel like there's something about them hiding things or not being forthcoming. Like maybe they're keeping something from you, but it feels more free and happier at Applebee's. So the cards are pointing that way. Yeah. Oh, hi, Maria. Yes, yes, yes. What is your question? Let's see. I'm studying to be a preschool teacher. I'm going to have practice for 3 weeks. You see me passing or not, passing in this practice period. I have a mentor. Okay. I will see what I see. As I tell anyone who asks me a question about the future is not set in stone. So anything can change, but we will see what that says. What? Yes. Okay, so I definitely see you passing here. I feel like things are going to be better than you think they are. Like Caladrius is all about education. When it appears in a reading, I automatically know that this is going to be a very positive outcome for your education. I see this being a time where things actually happen quicker than they're supposed to. So I don't know if that means that the time periods might speed up or there's just more energy coming through. It just feels like a very beautiful time period. So I would say yes, according to the cards. The cheetah is all about, moving forward, and the cheetah person, things just fall into their lap. They feel good. Yeah. I feel like, obviously it's going to be up to you whether you work hard at it, but based on what the cards are saying, that this is definitely in your favor, so sounds good if you ask me. Yeah. I mean, I do like that's the thing. Like we all have free will, so we can I could tell you like it's going to work out because that's what I see you doing based on the path, but then you choose not to go, right? Then of course it's not going to work out. So like you do have some control over it. Thank you so much. What does my housemate Anna think of me? Musical beer. Where do you guys come up with this stuff? Okay. What does my housemate Anna? Oh, real quick, if Ethereal Muse Tarot is back, I can read you now. If not, I'll keep going. Just let me know. Okay. What does my housemate Anna think of me? Non-romantic. Thank you for that clarification. Okay. Hi, Ryan. Hi, Surabi. Hope I'm saying that correctly. Why do I keep saying like thorough? I'm hearing thorough. This person thinks you're very thorough. They think that, you're very like not controlling, but you maybe have more expectations, or there's something about focus. I feel like I'm getting a lot of respect for some reason. I feel like there's a lot of like they see you more as like the alpha or like the leader for some reason. I'm getting a lot of like this person is like more mature or more experienced for some reason. Interesting. I feel like they see you as someone who has their shit together. That's just the energy I'm getting. Someone who has a lot of resources and someone who's kind of built themselves up in a way. So I also feel like yeah. That's the energy I'm getting. I'm not really sure exactly how far to go into that, but that's just what I see. I'll stop there. Since these are just mini readings, but okay. Thank you. It's positive. I'm seeing a lot of positiveness, positivity, but that's better. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Jay. So I can't really answer questions about the government or any kind of like anything to do with the law. I have a code of ethics, but I'm very amused by that question. Surabi, will I be in a relationship this year? I feel like I am seeing more of like a playful relationship, more of like a friendship that is really strong this year. I see you making a really, really beautiful friendship. Let's see if I see anything else, because what's coming through is not being serious, like not taking seriously. I'm seeing like lots of like laughing, lots of like, let me see what else it says. Ooh. This is actually a very romantic relationship. So I see a friendship and a romantic relationship. This is going to be a really, really beautiful relationship. I see as far as like romance goes. Yes. Ooh, and I got Jupiter. That's great. I also feel like this could be Sagittarius energy. Yes, actually, I'm getting a lot of Sagittarius vibes. Um yes. Oh, also Leo. So Leo and Sagittarius. I feel like this is going to be like a once in a lifetime kind of love. This is intense, very passionate. So I'm excited. I actually see this could turn into marriage. So I'm not saying that that will happen necessarily this year, but I do see this being like a very strong relationship. Okay. I see you first meeting them in May, actually. So I'm actually seeing like a rainy day in May. I know that rhymes. So that's when you'll first really connect with them. I see that. So I'm really rooting for you. Yeah, so and the Sagittarius and Leo energy, that's a lot of fire. It's a very passionate dynamic. One of them could also be a friendship, the Leo or the Sagittarius, but I would keep an eye out for that. Also, this could represent their sun, moon, or rising sign. It doesn't just have to do with their sun sign. So if you can find that out, good. Yeah. Now, that's when you'll meet them. I could look deeper into like when things will unravel and whatever, but that's just where I'm going to stop right now. Hi, Ethereal Muse. Welcome back. Perfect timing. Thank you, Surabi. Good luck. Okay, I'd like to know what can I expect after all the mess between me and Jabbar. I confronted him about his lies a few days ago, and it was hurtful. Oh. Pisces, Aries. Woohoo! Happy birthday. Okay. Disrespectful ways, lack of accountability. Okay. Okay. Invading his privacy and self-sabotaging. Okay. So the Assassin card, when this card comes up, it means that it's like no one wants to be an assassin unless they're like a psychopath, right? They have to do things they don't want to do, like kill people. I feel like this is telling you that you are going to have to make you're going to have to do the thing that you don't want to do here. You know, it's like you have to bite the bullet and go for it. I feel like this person no longer kind of like is vibing with you, and it's almost like you're going to have to do something that you don't want to do to get what you want. You're going to have to get it over with. Does that make sense? Sometimes that's just how it is. We have to do something ruthless. We have to do something We have to stoop to a certain level in order to get what we want. And I feel like this is a time of, you having to, show conviction. I feel like this is the time where you're going to have to like kind of put your own feelings aside and just bite the bullet. Because it feels like this is not changing. I feel like you have to act quickly, is what I'm also getting. There's this energy of things moving forward very quickly. And if you don't do it, you're going to be kind of stuck. For some reason, it feels like you're going to be stuck. You also have to figure out what your priorities are, right? With the Two of Pentacles here, we're like weighing your options, figuring it out. It has to be done very quickly. Yeah. Let me tell you. Okay. Here's what I see. I see him continuing to be like this in between, feeling like torn, not really giving you a straight answer. I feel like that's going to continue. And that's why you're going to have to be the one to do what's necessary for you and your relationship. You can't expect him to just like come back in and like, try to make things work and call you and figure things out. That's not the vibe I'm getting at all. I'm getting that he is like undecided, wish-washy. There's this kind of energy of being in between. And obviously, that's not fair to you, right? So I do see him trying to give you something like an apology. It could be a gift, but it's important for you to understand that it's more out of like desperation, not because he actually wants to give that to you. I feel like there are strings attached or something. It feels like there's an apology coming, but you have to be careful not to fully just believe it. Does that make sense? I do see like, yeah. I mean, it just feels like it's not going to move forward or do anything. It's going to be like this like in between unless you do something about it. And that's where the assassin card comes in. It comes in when you just have to like say, fuck it. I got to do what I have to do. It's not going to feel good. I don't like it. But this person needs to know like that I won't be, like they think that they can get away with it now because of how many times I've, you know, but this has to happen quickly, is what it's saying. With the Eight of Wands here, I'm getting this energy of like, this all needs to happen. It can't go on. You can't prolong it. And it might feel difficult. I feel like things like apologies are coming, but you have to ask yourself if that's if you're going to believe it. The interesting thing is, I do feel like I do actually see that for you, there is somebody. I'm going to remove this person, Ryan, because he keeps saying things that are super rude. And I don't like that. It's not a good energy. It's really bothering me. So, yeah. I don't enjoy when people talk down to other people, especially in my chat. Yeah. I really didn't like that. So, he can just yeah. I'm really not okay with this. So, I'm going to remove you, Ryan. How do I do this? I don't even know how to do it. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Like I hate that. That guy was on here earlier, like when I was doing it earlier in the day too, and he was so rude. I just kept ignoring him, but I don't like that. No. You're welcome. Okay. Back to this. I feel like this situation is messy, but I also feel like you kind of know deep down what's up. I think, this person, I hate when people treat you like you're not getting it. You know what I mean? When somebody's like not giving you a straight answer, it feels so frustrating because you're like, I know the answer, but you just need to be honest. You need to tell me. But here's the thing about you, okay? Back to you. I do see someone in your life that actually has very strong feelings for you. That is not this person. And I think that I do see someone like a relationship for you. So I would think about this a little bit because that is a good thing. I see someone very passionate and there for you. Yeah, it just feels toxic. I mean, honestly, I look, as a reader, I can't tell you what to do. Okay, I can't tell you go break up with this person, but what I can tell you is with the assassin card, you're gonna need to be brutal. You're gonna need to, because this person isn't going to change. They can throw around um different, like, apologies, words, but they are showing you who they are. You know what I mean? And I just feel like this is up to you what you want to do with it. But I see him not changing. I see him maintaining this. Yeah. I don't think you need to I don't think you need to like ignore him. You don't need to be manipulative. I feel like it's the opposite. Because I feel like the more you ignore him, that's like playing games. You're like above playing games. You're not here to like give him the cold shoulder. Enough of that, right? I feel like exactly you've gotten to a point where you're like, no. Like just be straight, be real, right? Exactly. You're not going to ignore him or mess with him. This isn't about intimidating him at all. This isn't about making him feel bad. Like, this is just about you. This is about doing you, you know? Yeah, he can make you feel bad, but like, you are above that. You're above him. And if he feels like shit afterwards, then that's him, right? Like, he does that. That's his problem, you know? Bottom line is, you really deserve to be treated well. You deserve to be respected, and you deserve to get a straight answer. So this isn't about making ultimatums or saying like, well, if you aren't real with me, I'm going to leave you. This is about being like, you know what? I love myself, and this person is not being straight for like towards me. He's being wish-washy. I'm tired of it. I need to do me. That's the energy here. And if he says, I'm sorry, take it, but focus on yourself, okay? So it's up to you whether you want to do something about this relationship, but I'm telling you, you need to be ruthless in this. And I would never like tell someone like, okay, you should just leave a person. But if they are mistreating you, you do need to, you know, honor yourself, okay? Whatever that looks like for you. Well, that's the thing. Like, it's like the assassin is like when you have to do something you just don't want to do. So whether that's end the relationship, whether that's be like, okay, I need to go give space to myself, whether that's like, because it's like no matter how much you try, it's like they stop. If you threat, the thing about threats in a relationship or ultimatums, right? After a while, they're like, oh, well, they're not actually going to do anything, It loses its bite, I guess. It's manipulative, and I don't like that. I don't advocate for that kind of thing. So, what I would say is you have to do what you need to do for you, even if it's uncomfortable. If that's leaving, then you leave. That's up to you. If that's taking, going on vacation without him for you, not because you're trying to get back at him, but for you, you go do that, right? It feels like you have to make a decision and no longer playing into this game. There has to be something, because if not, you're just going to be stuck in this weird like loop. So ask yourself what you're ready for, what you're willing to do. And if you don't want to do this, that's fine. This is just what the cards are advising, but you don't have to do them. Okay. This is not me saying like the cards are here, so you have to go and do this, you know. By ruthless, I just mean like you don't have to like put up with it, you know? I just feel like you are so deserving of happiness and your own autonomy, and like when somebody is ruining that, then it's really tough. So, it doesn't have to be pleasant, but that's just the energy. I feel like, you know, in a way, you're very limited with how much of a partner you can be when you're with someone like this, you know? So, I mean, it doesn't mean like be mean or take something from him or do something bad in return. It just means like fuck no. Like no. I'm not doing it. I'm not listening to this. That's it. I'm going to go focus on myself, you know? Yeah. The lack of accountability is just it's just radiating from the cards. So, that's why I'm getting frustrated for you. I think you can only go in circles for so long. So you got to just ask yourself what is best for you, you know? If you can't trust him, either way, like you need to see real change, real progress. Thanks, Chris. Well, here's the thing, Chris. Like, not everybody is not everybody is like in a place where they're ready to leave a relationship if they're mistreated, you know? I feel like you have to just take whatever you need to do for you. Now, does that mean it might upset the other person at times? Like, I mean, some people in abusive relationships, they have to emotionally detach from a person because that's where they're at. They aren't safe, or they don't have anywhere to go, or they feel like that's what they have to do. And it's not playing games, because you're not like stonewalling your partner. You're not intentionally doing that to hurt them. You're doing it because you're focusing on you, you know? Ari, I think I already answered your question. Yeah. So I think that for Ethereal Muse, I can't tell her to like leave her relationship. That's not my place. My goal is to give you the information that I'm seeing in the cards. And if she wants to use it to say, okay, this is a good time to say, fuck it and go, I'm done. But she can also say, okay, how can I honor myself now, even if it's uncomfortable? How can I do the thing that's the hardest to do right now, even if it means like I have to be here? That's just the energy that I'm feeling. So it sucks, because sometimes, of course, I would love to be like, you know what? you should just get the fuck out of that relationship. It's horrible. But but I also can't make that decision for that person, you know? It's like I can see I've read a lot of like really shitty partners, like people were going through it, but you can't like tell someone what to do with their life. It's just the way it is. Okay. Welcome, welcome, Emerald. Yeah, I know, but that's the story with relationship. It's like I know your heart is torn, Ethereal Muse, but that's the thing. You're not gonna we can't force someone to leave their relationship if they're not ready. That's, you know, that's on her if she wants to do that. If she feels like she can still make it work and work with him, I feel like it's just going to take some time here. If you wanted to make this work, I do see there's still like connection between the two of them, you know? So it's like I also don't want you to feel like a pressure to do that. This is your love life, your life. I'm not here to tell you how to live it. And I think that there is love. I see love, like I see some connection still there, but the behavior is so out of whack, right? It just is so weird. So there's a disconnect, and I think people can heal from relationships, but they should never put themselves in situations where they're being mistreated or because they're worth more than that, I guess. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, that's a lot of the time people stay in relationships and they want to make it work. Sometimes they make it work, but right now what I'm seeing for Ethereal Muse is that she, you know, yeah, her heart is still here. It's still with this person. She doesn't want to give up on it, and that's admirable, but she also has to decide what is best for her because she can only go, through it for so long, right? Like you just deserve better than that. So, yeah, it's up to you. And if you want to stay with this person and make it work, you can try. I mean, that's your prerogative, and I love that for you. I know it's hard because I feel like, there is a lot of love here. The Lovers card came up in that reading as well. I see that, and I feel like that as well. And that's why you're here. You wouldn't just stay if you were just being treated like shit and just and there wasn't a connection. That's, of course, there's more to it than that. It's complicated. But of course, treat yourself. You have to put yourself first. And the fact that this person is putting you through so much heartbreak and turmoil, it says a lot. So, I'm not in your relationship, but I feel for you, and it's okay to cry. It's okay to be here. I do feel like this person does care deeply, I see that. So I think a lot of the time too, like we stay in relationships because we feel like we need that person. And I got this card here. Wings, like you never needed those wings to fly in the first place. I feel like you don't need this person to be happy, but you're so, into it. So I don't think you should ever need anyone anyway. You should want someone. You should never need them, You can want to be with a person, but the minute you start needing them to be happy, that's when shit goes downhill, right? Because you're so attached and you're so invested. So I feel you. I feel you. And I don't think this isn't me saying go break up, okay? I really want to be clear with that because I do not want you to feel like that kind of pressure. I think it's more about just making a hard decision. That's it. You know, that's what the cards are saying. You have to do something, even if you don't like it. And that can be a lot of different things. It doesn't have to be breaking up, but honor yourself. Do it for yourself, not to get back at this person, not to be petty. Yeah. Okay. I feel like right now, this is just about like being in it, you know? I can tell you all this stuff, and then it's like, how can you use this now? That's the energy. Well, the cards can't tell you what to do, but I feel like they were very forthcoming about what to expect and what kind of energy is required from you, from the situation. So it's really going to be up to you to do it. And it's hard. I mean, these are the moments in life where you need to like grow, and you know, they help you evolve, but they don't feel like that in the moment. So yeah. Okay. I'm going to move forward. Thank you so much, and I really like would love to know how it goes. If you can um you know, keep me updated. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good luck. It sounds like I'm actually really happy that there are so many people who are so supportive in the chat for you. That makes me happy. Thank you, guys, for sticking through that. Matthew says you can love more than one person. It's just a different path with people. We fear we will never love again, but it isn't true. I got cheated on back to back. Yeah, but found a good one. Good for you. I'm happy. That's so true. Thank you. I feel like, you know, yeah, at the end of the day, I think you've learned that your relationship with yourself is so much more important, you know. The minute you prioritize their feelings over your own for yourself, it's just like, yeah, you gotta heal, you gotta do you. Okay, so let's see who's next. You. Okay, Nelson's thoughts or feelings for me, please. Ooh. I'll get to you, Chris, soon. I'm gonna just read you because I started. But okay. Nelson. Interesting. Why do I see like a school or something? It feels like you're learning. It's like you're getting to know. Interesting. This card came up. I regret lying to you. It feels almost like motives, like not ulterior motives, but it feels like intentions weren't in alignment in the beginning. Interesting. I feel like there's something very new about all this. The acolyte is really about projects and like new projects, learning, getting to know each other, getting to know things. It feels almost like this person wasn't as serious about you as they are now for some reason. I see them thinking about you, feeling about you, but there are definitely these regrets. I see you getting a gift from this person. I'm seeing like a box or a present. It's just like this energy. Interesting. Yeah, it feels like you are really like in this like stage, this learning stage. Interesting. It's almost like you're going in blind. I'm seeing like you blind or feeling blinded. Hmm. There's a lot here. I actually feel like this could turn into something really beautiful. I'm seeing like a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions just kind of like pooling or, accumulating. I see you at some kind of party or event where there are other women. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I see like friends or people influencing the situation as well. It's almost like there are multiple people talking, and it feels like a lot of fun as well. It just feels very playful, pleasant. However, I feel like you don't really know where the information's coming from. What I'm getting with the Eight of Swords, it feels almost like blindly kind of going through it, I guess, so being with them. I feel like there's a moment of discovery, of discovering things that you didn't know about in the beginning. Maybe being told, maybe feeling like you had to. Yeah. Hmm. I definitely do, but I feel like it's a more exploratory right now. It feels like I feel like it's growing, but it's not like, a full on like attraction or love yet. But I feel like it's headed in that direction. I feel also that there are I'm seeing other women or influences influencing this. I feel like right now it's more towards friendship, but there's more, a little more. You can feel it. I I mean, I probably would. It feels like friends, but there's more than friends, you know? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I feel like right now is not about the pressure of a heavy relationship. It's more about this like having fun, this like um playfulness, this exploring. I feel like you can definitely blossom into that. Um and yeah, but it just will take a little time. It feels like the beginning of something, like the beginning of a spark, the beginning of passion, you know? It's just not it hasn't like evolved yet. But I do feel like the beginning is what's also making it tricky. I regret lying to you, this feeling of like not seeing eye to eye in the beginning, that's tricky. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. I hope you like that. This is Nick's cat. See? She's so cute. Okay. The cats are running around. Okay. I probably won't be able to stay that much longer. I've been doing this since noon, guys. It's a long time. Okay. Chris, did you have a question you wanted to ask me? I don't remember. I'm self-destruction. Kid of the most amazing person, and I got scared and ruin it. That is a dilemma. Sounds like self-sabotage. It's never fun, but there's usually some underlying message from that, so we'll see. Oh, interesting. Okay. So the aspirant reversed comes up when you're really passionate about something, but you lose interest. You stop somehow feeling inspired. You stop feeling motivated, and you have to take a break from it. You have to, pause and maybe switch paths for a bit. So I wonder if it also might have to do with burning out a little bit when it comes to your passions. Chili, let's see. My cat. Yes, she is so cute. Thank you. Oh, tuxedo cats are cute too. I have a black one too with a little fur, like white patch of fur. So she's kind of like part tuxedo cat. She's very cute. Cats are the best. I'm obsessed with my cats. I could talk about them for hours. They're my children. Okay. Back to Chris. Sorry, Chris. Cats are very distracting. Okay. So, okay. First of all, I'm seeing a lot of insecurity just getting in the way. Okay. I feel like this is more of a you thing. This is really not about the external world or the external reality. I'm getting like a lot of like lack of confidence for some reason. It feels like your voice is not working. Um like you need to be expressing more, but you can't for some reason. It feels like you're not confident in your expression. Is the energy I'm getting. I'm getting like your solar plexus feeling very unbalanced for some reason. So you might want to do some work with that as well. Interesting. I feel like the main thing is not that you aren't good at being with her or being in this relationship. It has more to do with the value you place on yourself and on what you have to say. I'm getting like words not coming out. Interesting. Okay. I don't know if this is just coming through. I feel like you're like hiding behind humor. Do you ever do that where you like try to laugh things off or you try to make things feel like you are, like not like they're as serious because there's this energy of being like joking around that is coming through here. And a lot of the time we hide through humor or by smiling, and people don't take us as seriously, or people don't seem, you know, to dive as deeper with us because of that. I feel like there's also this need to like be in a situation, but there's a burnout situation. It feels almost like the spark dies, or you feel the need to like get off that relationship or that path. So it's interesting, but I'm getting a lot of like these like insecurities. She ignores me, so I have to laugh, not cry. Oh, I'm scared to like love and fall so deep. Yeah, but that's more coming from your own like lack of self. It feels like a sense of self thing. It doesn't feel like, well, first of all, I don't think you should be with someone who ignores you, but that's your cup of tea. That's fine. I feel like you also need to know that you deserve better as well. You know what I mean? Because you need a strong sense of self. You need someone who uplifts that and who praises that. And I feel like you're working so hard to like uplift the other person, but it doesn't feel like it goes both ways here. And I feel also like because you're not aligned with your own path and you're not secure in yourself and centered, it's almost like this other thing, the relationships around you aren't as like fruitful or exciting. But yeah, I feel like you are definitely like hiding behind laughter or a smile, and that can be so beautiful, but it's also like stopping you from going deeper. And I also feel, as far as the nightingale goes, that your voice is not being heard. It feels like your insecurities are taking over, your need for confidence, but also not having that, and needing to laugh, but not really having that. And I just feel like when you can be more secure in yourself, the world is going to fall into place for you. But I also feel like you need to be doing what you love to do in life. You need to be like in alignment with your path. So it's kind of like a bunch of little pieces that have to come together for you to really feel fulfilled. Because even if you're with somebody, but you're feeling insecure in your own life, in your own passions, right? You're not going to feel happy. It's not going to feel secure. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. I feel like instead of looking at all these things that you're doing as weaknesses too, is you have to start seeing how they could be strengths. Yeah. Well, yeah, I do feel like Chris will heal from within, but it's also about when you're happy in your life and you feel fulfilled in on your path, especially like career wise or ambition wise, you start to feel more secure in yourself. And then you're able to actually hold space for the relationships in your life, right? You don't feel this need to compensate in other ways or laugh it off. And I just feel like that's kind of what this is. It's kind of like reflecting outwardly. So, yeah. Does that make sense, Chris? I want to make sure that I'm getting through. Let me see if I can. I don't know why, but I get these the thing is I see these like symbols a lot. And I keep seeing legs, and that can mean a lot of different things. I don't know why. Okay. I want to narrow it down. So what, like, I feel like I didn't fully understand your question then, because it sounded like you were self-sabotaging. Uh yeah. I guess I don't fully understand your question then. Hi, Valentine. Welcome, welcome. I think that this is such a like important time for you, a pivotal time for you, Chris, to kind of get your path together, get your eggs all in one basket. Like maybe that's not the right analogy to use. I don't know. Like I don't know when to invest in a real relationship when I have been used so bad in the past. Yeah. Well, this is definitely showing in like a lack of security. I feel like you have taken a hit, you know, and I think it's a survival mechanism to use laughter, to use humor as a way to like cope with it, you know? But I feel like once you can move forward and really build up that sense of self again so that it's impenetrable, like nobody can hurt you, you know, in that way, you're going to feel so much more stronger as a partner or a potential partner in a relationship. I feel like it's just sabotaging you in that way. So, yeah. So, if you can work on your confidence, on your solar plexus, on building that up, I feel like things will fall into place for you. And I think it's okay to use humor to balance out the difficulties. It's just if you don't have the right person to do that with, then it's not, you know, a valuable part, you know, it's not helpful. So, yeah, a lot of this has to do with confidence, just insecurities, um, you know, feeling like you're centered and you know who you are, and that's just the energy. So, that's where I would direct it because once you do that, once you're anchored and you're really centered in yourself, all these people are just going to be drawn to you. The right people, you know? I hope that was helpful, but that's just the messages that are coming through. I feel like you might need to take a break from your current situation in order to figure out what you actually want. Yeah. Well, as we were saying before, you know, I feel like when somebody's mistreating you, you got to do what's best for you, you know? So in the end, this is